Alright everyone, welcome back to another series of Idle Adventure video. This patch is massive, filled with so much stuff. We gotta talk about it. New Gowther. Before we get into everything, look at this on screen. The Netmarble team on Twitter are trolling a little bit. They know we want Escanor. They're posting Escanor. So, although we're gonna talk a lot about Gowther today and the fact that he's actually kind of broken a little bit and really, really good. Guys, you might want to hold out a little bit because, yeah, Escanor's coming soon, right? But let's run through it. We have a lot of stuff here. If you scroll through, there's so much. It's still going. Okay, finally ended. Okay, let's go up though. So we'll talk about Gowther. Gowther is going to be our second legendary character to be added towards the game. He is going to be a int support character, so he's going to be yellow type. He's also going to be off the 7 Days Sins Codex fiction, so he will work with King, of course. And his first skill is Blast, you know, single target damage, 94%. But then we get into the crazy ones, and this is yeah, crazy. So we have Light Arrow. Now, I would say this Gowther in Grand Cross was a, I think he was range, but also one. He was single target. He was close range too, but this is called Light Arrow, so I'm assuming he's gonna be a ranged target character, which is obviously better, kinda, especially because you can kind of stay out of the fight and just shoot in, right? Which is kind of what you want for your support character, because if he's in the range of the fight, it can be kind of annoying. But his first skill is going to be deals damage equal to 180% of attack to target every 5 seconds. So this skill is gonna happen every 5 seconds, which is gonna restore 5 energy and grants level 4 concentration to all allies for 10 seconds upon a successful attack. So that means he's going to have a constant uptime of accuracy buff, because the level 4 concentration is a 12% accuracy buff, which is it lasts 10 seconds, but then it reapplies it every 5 seconds, so it's going to constantly keep on replying. It's not going to, you know, stack. It's just one buff. But basically with Gowther on your team, as long as you're alive, everyone on your team is going to constantly get an 12% accuracy buff, which is actually pretty good. Accuracy I've talked a lot about on the channel, but it's not worth putting your potential on, especially when you only have like 1 or 2 potential slots. You'd rather go towards obviously attack. And I've been saying that accuracy, you can bring buffers like Malascula, who does this on her ultimate, and it's not, you know, guaranteed to always last. You have to waste the ultimate slot onto it too. And you can also increase your accuracy through behind the scenes, through your constellation, and more other ways of just playing the game, right? Where yeah, just to get this passively every 5 seconds is insane. Not even to mention the ultimate restore. With Barn, you're going to be getting a lot more ultimates, to where honestly you might get to the point where you have too much energy that you won't even have enough time to use your ultimates. So thankfully he's got the second move on his ultimate that deals damage AoE 70-60% of attack onto all enemies in an area effect in front of self, which, bear in mind, his support character won't do that much DPS, but we saw with King, if you get them high dupe level with that King buff, 20% attack increase with that crit damage, he might be a bit of a DPS at high dupe levels. And also, we'll ignore this part for a second, he also has increased damage towards red characters by 40%. So, yeah, he's going to deal a lot of damage towards, like, Meliodas. Because Meliodas is going to be up and close, the red one, dealing damage. So, he's going to get targeted quite a lot, where he might be a bit of a melee nuker, considering melee just came out 2 weeks ago now. But also, as well, because you have so much energy with Barn and also Gowther, he's going to reduce allies' cooldowns by 2%. I think it's towards all of them, right? But you can use your ultimates within 8 seconds, which is insane, right? Like, a really, really good character. Is it worth summoning? Yes, I'll probably do more of a breakdown video later or tomorrow. But Escanor, man, like, if they're making this guy's broken, you know, you hold out on Escanor. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, I think I've talked about it already. I've recorded the video twice now, but Escanor's yeah, come and see in a little bit. So we have a new server chat system where you can talk globally. Sure, it's going to be cool. Knighthood Improvements. They're going to be a new check-in system to where hopefully you can get some free rewards. And they do say the level system of your Knighthood will be dependent on how many people donate power. And also as well, how many people can check in. The only thing you can do right now in Knighthood Boss. And then the more you level up your Knighthood, the more points or more like rewards you get for checking in, for reaching like your milestone, right? Like on Grand Cross, if like 20 people check in, you get a free gem. So imagine in this game, if 20 people check in, you would then get a bunch of free diamonds, which is yeah, very, very cool. And then moving down, we have some new stages. Now, this is cool, I think. So I thought they were going to do one massive update of stages, right? Where they say, hey, here's 1,000 stages, and we're not going to update it for the next 2 months. Or here's 500, we're not going to update it for next month. Where it looks like with every big character update, so every 2 weeks, we're going to get, from the looks of it, 200 stages. And it does say here, we're going to be doing starting off Season 2, Revival of the Demon Clan. So we are skipping that Netflix filler, which I guess is fine. And I went back and looked at what happens in these first 2 episodes. Nothing much. I believe the only thing that really happens is in episode 2, Diane does fight Gowther, which makes sense and why we're getting Gowther, because you have to fight him in story mode. But yeah, that is good, interesting thing to look at. You can probably actually now predict, and I might did have a video going through the episodes and seeing who appears, because if we get to see Devery like episode 6, she's got to come out in episode 6, or maybe they don't, but you get to see it anyway, so that's interesting. They've now expanded the normal mode of Tower of Trials up towards 30, which is going to be 10 more actual stages, and as you can see, you're going to get more rewards. But they did speak about it in the dev notes that they're going to make it more, you know, strategic focus. Like, you got to actually think of like what to do. You can see right here they're focusing on Gustav and having the actual like whatever that buff may be. So there's gonna be a certain strategy. It's not gonna go in with like your best blue characters. You got to actually think a little bit. So we'll definitely do a video on that. This is for the whales. I am close to it, to be fair. Basically, they're now expanding the research level, I think, from 200 to is it 200? Oh, that's crazy, actually. I think I'm only like 96. So the whale was really on 200. That is mental, if that's true. But they're also, I guess, for everyone else, adding more customization towards your pots. I mean, I don't think you get to choose them, but you can see right now, the more you level up, your actual pot is going to change, I think. I mean, this is crazy. Look at the existing pots, right? Like, these are all the ones we have in game right now, which is upwards to 110. Yeah, so 110 is the max one. I think I'm on like 90. But if you get towards the new pots, when you get towards 130, you get basically just an additional attack, HP, and defense. That is crazy. This is definitely for the whales to get more stats and PvP, but who cares, right? Who cares about that, right? They're gonna have rate ups for Gowther and Diane. I wonder when they're gonna drop King, because surely they gotta do a rate up of King very, very soon. Also, the Vanya Festival doll making event is returning, and we can see the rewards here. You want to be able to get to Hawk, which is very hard to do, but they've hopefully made some changes here, as you can see right now, where on our beta, the only thing we could do was change dolls, where right now what you can do on the difficulty is have a bomb if you're normal, which is normal and common. You can have a bomb which can destroy some of the useless actual dolls you do get. Hopefully make some room to get some hopefully big merges to get towards the Hawk. And also the hard difficulty, you can now shake the oak barrel for 1 second to adjust the placements of the doll inside, which trust me is going to help a lot, actually, because there's been times where like I've had 2 Gowthers, they're touching, they're basically kissing, but they're just like 1 frame, 1 pixel away from merging, and you don't. So that shake would help out quite a lot too. So yeah, the big ones is if you create Elizabeth, you're going to get 1 free legendary. If you create a Melly, you're going to get 2k free diamonds. And if you can create the Hawk, which I couldn't do, but hopefully now easier on the actual other difficulties, you're going to get a Wickham, you know, token box selection. But then if you go down towards the shop, I think they've nerfed it. I'm pretty sure you could buy uniques and legendaries in the last one on the beta, which they can't do now. But I guess that might be fine, because we have this event right now, which is going to be the Hawk Amazing Transformation, where basically what you do is when you do your draw power, when you spend your energy, when you pull Hawk, you're going to pull scraps, and you have to spend those scraps to then level them up. So you want to spend a lot of energy in this event, which is kind of where they're going to make a lot of money, because people, or the whales, are going to actually want to spend money on energy to get the top ranking, and these are the rewards you're going to get. So we'll kind of skip past all of them, but we'll go towards step 4. So if you get towards step 4, you're going to get a fluffy cloud border for 90 days, which is, they talked about in dev notes, they're going to add more customization towards your avatar, and it looks like this is what it is, where you get a fluffy cloud border, but it only lasts 90 days, which is, I mean, it's 3 months is long, but why time limit it? You know, it's very, very, very weird. And then you're going to get 50 demon chips, which is crazy. 3 legendary summer tickets. 1, so I don't think it's everyone, but 8 is 3 legendary tickets. And if you get towards the final step on step 9, you're going to get the Sailor Hawk for 90 days, which is very interesting, very interesting. So to help with your scraps, if you can get up there, you're going to get more actual scraps if you rank daily, basically. Down here we have what should be the 3 other legendaries, right? Yeah, the shop. So you spend your scraps on the actual Hawk, and then you get transformation coins, and you can see right here you're gonna get, was this oh, you can spend the scraps. So rather than level up, I believe you could then spend it on the shop to get transformation coins, the demon's treasure, artifact card set, summons, unique hero summons, and what for everyone should be going for is the 6 legendary. So we'll see who's in it, because I mean, I too far probably do it. It's 3 legendary characters. Okay, so the base defense improvements, a reward button where you can check the reward information that's been added on the main screen, a guided message that displays a specific situation during the preparation phases that have been added, the combat position of heroes have been adjusted, and they've also updated certain effects. So not much improvements. Just they did say partial improvements, so it's kind of what you expect, but nothing to make the game mode easier, I guess, right? Okay. That I've talked way too much there. That is everything. A pretty big update. Like I said, you're having 2 little game modes with the Vanya door making, which very, very fun. You do that daily, and then obviously you'll passively work on your amazing transformation for Hawk, which you're going to get some more rewards as well, which is very, very cool. It'll be very much like Rank Cross, where you transform into like the demon one, and it's gonna be, you've seen Hawk in anime Transformers, but yeah, big update, so much content. Love when you do add more stuff towards the game, and of course Gowther looks very, very good too. We'll do a should you summon, but it is worth it, but Escanor. So yeah, boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.